Education. It's the foundation for everything, right? From the bustling streets of Lagos to the quiet corners of a library in Paris, education shapes our world. But here's the thing. Education isn't a one-size-fits-all deal. It's got different flavors, different styles, depending on where you are. Think about it. A kid in rural Uganda might walk miles to a school with limited resources. Meanwhile, a student in Germany might have access to high-tech labs and a wide range of subjects. See the difference? Now, I'm not saying one is better than the other. It's not about a competition. It's about understanding that education is deeply connected to history, culture, and resources. So let's take a journey through the classrooms of Africa and Europe. We'll explore the ups and downs, the challenges and triumphs, and maybe, just maybe, we'll learn a thing or two ourselves. Let's rewind the clock a bit. In Africa, education was like a precious jewel, passed down through generations. Think oral storytelling, apprenticeships, learning from elders. It was all about community and tradition. Then came colonialism. European powers brought their own systems, often pushing aside traditional ways. This created a clash of cultures, a mix of old and new. Fast forward to today, and Africa is still dealing with the legacy of colonialism. Many countries are working hard to improve their education systems, but it's a tough road. Europe, on the other hand, has a long history of formal education. From ancient Greece to the Renaissance, Europe has been a center of learning. But even in Europe, education wasn't always equal. For centuries, only the wealthy elite had access to the best schools. It took time for education to become a right for everyone. Okay, let's step into the classrooms. In many African countries, you'll find large class sizes, limited resources, and a focus on rote learning. Teachers often have to make do with what they have, which isn't always much. Now, don't get me wrong. African students are resilient and resourceful. They find creative ways to learn, even with limited resources. In Europe, classrooms tend to be smaller, with more technology and resources. There's a greater emphasis on critical thinking and problem solving. But here's the catch. Even within Europe, there are big differences. Some countries like Finland are known for their innovative education systems. Others are still grappling with issues like inequality and funding. Here's the thing about education. It's not just about what happens in the classroom. Culture plays a huge role. In many African cultures, there's a strong emphasis on respect for elders and community. Education is seen as a way to uplift the entire community, not just the individual. European cultures, on the other hand, often value individualism and competition. This can be both a good and a bad thing in education. So there you have it. A glimpse into the diverse world of education in Africa and Europe. It's a complex issue with no easy answers, but one thing's for sure, education is the key to a brighter future, no matter where you are in the world.